my blind mama's messy kitchen. Today we're making, I forgot what it is.
Spanish rice.
Oh yeah. Well, I know we have rice.
Hey everybody, welcome back to our messy kitchen. Blind Mama here, or Jerry, whatever you want to call me. And today we're going to make Spanish rice that's going to go along with our shredded pork taco video that we did for the Whip It Up Wednesday collaboration. That's going to be the video prior to this one. And so if you want to check that out, the shredded pork recipe is on there. And this is what we're going to have along with it. It's some Spanish rice. And I've been making this recipe for a very long time. So, and I know I say that a lot, but it's true. So Caitlin wants to learn how to make it.
Yeah.
And she knows how to operate the burners, and so she's going to be very aware of what she's doing so she doesn't burn herself. So.
And I'm gonna, when she's like cutting the stuff up, I'm gonna pour the stuff in the pan and mix it up in the pan.
Yeah. So someday she can make Spanish rice for me. So
and
get
me.
your. Oh, and Daddy.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Get your pan, heat it up.
And 4 to 4. There you go.
When that starts to warm up, you're going to want to put 2 tablespoons of butter.
How do we
in
know
there.
it's 2 tablespoons?
This is not this is bigger than a tablespoon a little bit, but you can just give this one big heaping scoop of butter, put it in there. Okay?
Yeah.
And when that starts to melt, let me know.
Okay.
So what I have right here is my half of an onion that I'm just gonna cut right, well, should I try to peel this stuff off first? Sometimes I peel it first, sometimes I don't.
Yeah, it's warming up. Or should I go ahead and put the butter in?
Yeah, put the butter in.
Nope, can't do that.
Tough skins on these onions sometimes.
Come on, get it on the spoon.
All right. So I'm gonna cut off the end of this onion.
Yeah, that's.
Get that out of the way. And I'm just gonna, oops,
Yeah, this is good.
use my hand as a guide because most of you know who are already watching me, I can't see anything. So I use my hand, my left hand to look at what I'm doing, and I won't cut my fingers, I promise.
And I'm gonna put the spoon in the sink.
So I'm just gonna kind of checkerboard it. No, don't put your spoon in the sink yet.
Alright.
Just like this. Kind of cup the onion with my hand. And be very careful. Yes, we're not careless with knives at all. And I'm just, go ahead.
It's starting to melt.
All right. Put my hand in there. I'm gonna get Caitlin a spoon or a spatula. Let's do a spatula. Just start stirring your butter around. And now I'm gonna I turned my onion a little bit, and now I'm gonna go this way, and this will cube it. And I know a lot of chefs kind of do this with their fingers, and you know, go up against their knuckles. And I've been practicing that, and I'm not good at it. I don't know what it is. I need to practice more, but this is the way I do it. Just keep cutting these. I got a little bit of skin, that tough part of the onion. Get that out of the way.
Pan around.
I'm just concentrating right now on what I'm doing here.
It's all like oily liquid.
Okay, I'm gonna be ready to put these onions in just 2 shakes.
So what do I do? Like grab the cutting board and then just scoop it off with my hand into the pan?
Yeah. I'm just gonna give these a rough chop because it all kind of fell apart on me. So I might not even use all of it. You think I should?
Hmm?
Okay.
I could hear him in the background.
I heard him go, mm-hmm.
There's a piece.
I was gonna use my chopper, my chop wizard for this, but I decided to use my knife. And the chop wizard would have been quicker, but
There's pieces on the counter too.
I know, they went everywhere. I should have used the bigger cutting board. It's all right. My counters are clean. All right. Use your spoon.
Alright, let's see.
And just scrape these into the pan. If you see any big pieces, let me know. We'll just...
Alright. I don't really see any big pieces.
Worst comes to worst, they'll just...
What's like the size that you want them?
Okay. You're going to want to turn your heat up a little bit.
So like a 6?
Yeah, because we want to hear that sizzle.
Oh, that burns.
Yeah, don't, if you touch the onion, don't rub your eyes or anything.
Onions burn my eyes.
Did you turn up the heat?
Oh.
Turn up your heat and then start stirring the onions around with your spoon.
This stove goes 2, 4, 6 and then high. This side
A
does.
6 is fine for now, but we'll turn it back down.
Alright.
Because you don't want your onions to burn, so stir those up. Got my chicken broth. I'm going to slide that out of the way. My tomato sauce. I have my spices here with my braille labels on them. Well, except for the cumin, because I've said this before. There's only one thing that smells like cumin, and that's cumin. So we're going to, while the onions are sauteing, we're going to start adding our seasonings. So I've got chili powder here. Now, I'm not going to add a whole teaspoon of chili powder. I'm going to scoop some of it out. Probably about half a teaspoon of chili powder.
Yeah, they're starting to cook. I can hear them.
Do you want to put this in or you want me to do it?
Me.
Okay, carefully.
Hold on.
She's a lefty and I'm a righty, so this is interesting.
Let's see. Grab it with my right hand. Oh, I took it off the little ring.
Yeah, I finally took my measuring spoons off the ring because it was just too hard to hold on to all of them while I was dipping with one.
I'm laughing at who hid them, where we found them.
Yeah. Did you get it in there?
Yeah.
All right.
I stirred it up.
Get this out of the way. Yeah, that a girl. Stir it up. Now I'm going to add a whole teaspoon of garlic powder, and I don't even care if it's a heaping teaspoon because we love garlic. I'm going to come over there and put this in, okay?
All right.
Excuse me 1 second. All right, give that a stir.
These onions look like they're brown, but they're actually mixed in with the cumin. Tricks me. But then they also are cooking.
It's already smelling wonderful in here.
All right, now I gotta trade hands.
Awesome combo. The chili powder and the cumin. Well, I haven't done the cumin yet. The chili powder and the garlic and the onions and now the cumin.
I have half ambidextrous.
Was I calling that first jar cumin or chili powder?
Cumin.
Chili powder.
Well, I hope I said chili powder because the first jar was chili powder.
Well, then I said cumin.
Okay, well this one is cumin.
Not quite a chili powder.
Okay, this one is cumin and we're going to do 1 teaspoon of cumin.
It burns my eyes.
You can do a little less than that if you like, or more. My best friend taught me how to make this a long time ago. It took me forever to get it right. I burned the crap out of several batches of it. Finally got it right. Knock on wood somewhere. Somebody please knock on wood for me that I don't burn it.
I don't know.
Okay, you're going to turn your heat down a little bit.
Back on a 4, or like about a 2.
A 4. Let me see. I'm going to get these spices out of my way because I don't need them anymore. Limited counter space, so you got to juggle, you know? Sorry. Okay, where am I? Now, when those onions start to look translucent or a little see-through or soft, Caitlin, we're going to add the rice.
Alright, when you said translucent, I'm like, wait, what?
Translucent. It's a chef term. I like it. Well, it's an everything term, but. Can I feel, please? Let me see your spoon.
There you go.
What I do,
It's upside down.
it's all in the timing, of course, and they do feel like they're getting a little soft. You can just tell, you know, you can just feel it and know when it's ready, and use your sense of smell, and try to keep track of about how long you've been doing this. And yeah, I'm smelling it now. Okay, Hold on to that, please. I'm going to add 1 cup of rice. As soon as I get the measuring cup.
1 cup.
My 1 cup. I know it's my 1 cup because it's the only one that has the ridges on it. You put in. This is Mahatma rice.
Oh yeah, they're getting soft.
Long grain. I love using this. I've also used jasmine rice before for Spanish rice, but I'm really fond of the flavor of Mahatma. Plus, I like to say it. Mahatma.
Mahatma. It's a tongue twister when you try to say it 3 times fast.
Little grains left in there. Gotta get them out. I do have another bag sitting here, as you see, or if you don't see, there is another bag sitting here.
It looks like they're getting smaller.
All right, I'm gonna dump this rice into the skillet, or do you wanna do it?
Me.
She wants to do it. Dump it in and start stirring, girlfriend.
Here.
And stir it up. You're gonna wanna stir this around until you start to smell that it smells a little nutty or like it's cooking, I guess. I don't know how to describe it,
Kind
but
of
it's
like
a different odor.
Different odor than when the onion is cooking.
And I know a lot of sighted people, or maybe even blind people, will shake the skillet around, but I don't like to do that because then I lose my place on my burner and it's all bad.
And when you shake it around, it might go everywhere.
Kind of flip it too. Scoop underneath and flip it.
Like hamburgers.
Kind of.
Wait, okay. Get over there. Over there.
While she's doing that, I need to open some things. Need to open my 1 can of chicken broth.
Oh, it's
I don't know. I don't know if this is a 15-ounce can or a 16-ounce can, but it's about 2 cups chicken broth. I also buy the boxes of chicken broth too. There are some really good ones of those out. And a little 8-ounce can of tomato sauce.
Here, could I see the can?
You gotta stir that. Stir it a little bit faster. You don't want the rice to burn because then it's yucky.
Yeah, and the tomato sauce is what makes it Spanish rice, kind of. And the onions.
I'm gonna get this lid out. No, I'm not. It's this. I do this every time. I turn it too far until the lid falls into the can. So then I just keep my finger over it and pour.
Earlier.
I'm gonna do this, babe. Here comes the best sound in the world when it comes to cooking. All right, stir gently. At this point, you could add green chilies to it or diced tomatoes to it, anything else that you want. But any kind of vegetable you want to add to it. So then it'll boil in the liquids for 30 minutes, 25, 30 minutes. Get this lid out carefully. Where is your spoon that you used for the butter?
Right here. And a spoon with. Oh, the spoon's upside
Do you want to
down.
scoop it in?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Just just leave it there, kind of prop it up on the side.
Or should I put it in the spoon wrister?
Okay.
Thingy? I don't know what to call it. Oh, it still has butter on it.
It's all right. Just dump that tomato sauce in with the chicken broth. That should give you enough liquid. After it's been cooking for about 15 minutes, I will take the lid off and check to see if the liquid is cooking out of it. Then I'll add more chicken broth or water.
All right.
Okay, I think that's good.
That's as much as I can.
Stir it around.
Switch spoon.
Good girl. Don't use metal in a nonstick skillet. I still tell my 24-year-old son that. Please don't use metal in a nonstick skillet. One of these days it'll sink in.
So it kind of rests to the middle when you pour it in, but then you stir it and then it turns like copper.
Okay. Yep, get it all combined. And then you're gonna want to turn up your heat until it boils for about 2 minutes.
I keep on switching the pan, switching arms.
Turn your heat up. You're ready. Turn your heat up.
All right, let's see. About not high, like an 8, or not 6.
You want it on high until it starts giving a rapid boil.
All right, high.
Mm-hmm. And the way you tell if you're blind, if it's at a rapid boil, of course, listen. But if you put your finger on the handle and your handle starts to, chances are you're at a good rapid boil.
You want to burn it more?
Okay, I hear it. It's starting to bubble, but I don't know if it's like, you know.
Raise your hand here.
Why?
Did you say that to a blind person?
There are sighted people watching me. Okay, to my blind friends, what I just did with my hand, which you could probably add 2 and 2 together and figure out what I did, is if I was put my hand on the handle of the skillet, which this handle is plastic, if your hand kind of starts to shake or wobble a little bit, chances are you're at a good rapid boil. My husband wanted me to clarify that. I'm going to grab the lid to the skillet. It's behind me over here. Excuse me. Okay.
Here you go.
All right, it's boiling. Now, carefully, I find the handle on the left side. As long as some sighted person doesn't come up behind me and move my handle, that happens sometimes when you have too many cooks in the kitchen. I'm going to put the lid on this. Turn your heat down as soon as I put the lid on, okay? Because we don't want it to boil over. Get the lid on.
Uh-oh.
That's not the right lid.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Turn your heat down
It's about
to a simmer.
Simmer. What is that? Low.
Low.
There you go.
You're going to leave this alone for about 15 minutes with the lid on. Then you take the lid off and give it a light stir. You know, you can feel it to see if it's drying out, and your rice probably won't be done in 15 minutes. Add a little bit more liquid if you need to.
Oh, it smells good.
Chicken broth or water, and then put your lid back on for another 10 to 15 minutes, and we'll show you what we do then.
I can hear it calming
So,
down.
it smells great in here, by the way. We'll be back. Okay, it's been 15 minutes, so we're going to give it a check and see if we need to add more liquid. Take the lid off here. Just going to feel it with my spoon. I can already tell that the rice is not done because it feels kind of hard to the touch. I can feel it through the spoon. And it still feels moist, and it's not like sounding like it's burning on the bottom, you know? And I can easily move it around so it's not burning. And when you're in doubt if your rice is done or not, you can always taste it. Make sure you blow on it. And no, I'm not going to scrape the bottom of my pan with my metal spoon. Don't need that much. Oh well, we'll see. Give it a little bit. No, not done yet. So, I'm going to set this over here because I'm going to not put that back in the pan for video purposes. I'm going to put the lid back on it and give it another 10-15 minutes, and we'll show you what it looks like. Okay, I think the rice is done. We're going to take this lid off and find out. I can hear it. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's, oh yeah, it's nice and soft. Very soft. I probably won't leave the lid off. I'll probably fluff it up with a fork and then crack the lid, you know, just leave it open a little bit. But first, I want to taste it. So we're going to do it this way. Just going to dish up a little bit and get it from here. Set this over here. Now I'm going to juggle and put the lid back on it, and I'm just gonna crack it a little bit. Let it finish letting the steam. I'm going to turn off the heat. Just let it sit there for a few minutes. And let's try this rice. Let's see. It's really hot. Duh. It's perfect. Not crunchy at all. Really moist. Really tomatoey, and definitely I prefer to use chicken broth with it instead of water because that chicken broth just gives it an awesome flavor. And in a little while, we're going to dish this up with the shredded pork tacos I made for the other video. So let's take a quick peek and see how those are doing. These were country style ribs that I got for 87 cents a pound. And I didn't get to do the original recipe I wanted to do with them. So we decided to just cook them in enchilada sauce. If you're interested in seeing that, that's on the video prior to this one on the Whip It Up Wednesday video. So let's see how they're doing. Whoops. Okay, put this over here. Smells really good in here. I thought they were totally boneless, but they're not. There is a small bone in them. I'm not going to taste them because they're like boiling, but see if I can grab a hold of one. Here we go. Whoop. Anyways, they are falling off the bone. This is how they are. So if you're interested in that, we're going to plate this up and we're going to eat. Thank you for watching us. Thank you to all of my new subscribers, our new subscribers. We really appreciate you taking the time to watch us and giving us a thumbs up and the support you've been giving us. And it's just been so much fun. And we will see you next time on my Blind Mama's Messy Kitchen. Bye.